Guys, I have something so exciting to share with you. As I start this presentation, the first thing I just wanted to show you, as I always tell you, I encourage you to get the notes, but I just wanted to show you as a matter of example. You can see the title. We're talking about 7 signets to seal the elect, the man-child, okay? And I just wanted to do, for a matter of example, just to show you Revelation 5:5. It says, "Behold the lion," and you can see here, hopefully we have enough light, you can see we have a signet, and it says lion, okay? "Behold, the lion of the tribe of Juda, the root of David has prevailed." He's overcome. So the lamb is the only one worthy to open the book, and so he's prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals. Now those 7 seals are listed in Revelation chapters 6 and 7. But we're going to also release to you 7 other seals or signets. Okay, so again, it's the line of the tribe of Judah. This is a signet for the line of the tribe of Judah. Now, that just says lion, obviously. If we turn it over, you can see on the other side, if the light will cooperate for us, we can see that there's a lion's paw here. Okay, now this is our actual signet. Now, what we do is we then take that signet and press that onto something, okay? In this example, we're pressing the signet onto a piece of paper. Now, I did this already, and you can see once you do that, like going to a notary public, you can then see the seal is embossed on the piece of paper. Now, instead of sealing paper, what we're talking about is we're sealing people, okay? So there's actual people that will be sealed, okay? And that's what we're going to talk about in this one. Now, I just want to go over the notes and the process, the physical application, because we have 2 words. We have a signet, and this could be a ring or a seal, okay? And then we have the process of sealing or applying that seal, okay? And that's just what I wanted to demonstrate with you on a piece of paper. Now, while we're at it as well, excuse me. Okay, I just want to show you this one as well. We're going to talk about it in a minute, but I just want to have you see this. This is in another video where we talk about the 7 chief porters, okay, and the 7-sided stone with the engravings. I just want to show you. We're going to talk about it in a minute, but we're going to get into the 7 seals. Okay, guys. So we showed you the seal, and now let's get into the 7 seals. And again, like we said, these are not the 7 seals that are listed in Revelation chapters 6 and 7. Actually, this is the seals in chapter 7. But what we're getting at is that there are people. These people are the man-child, okay? When we say the man-child, we're talking about the woman clothed with the sun, with 12 stars at her head, in her crown, and she births a man-child, okay? There's a specific number to that, okay? And there's a specific number of seals. There are 7 seals which will seal these people. Okay? This is amazing. I'm so excited about this. This is just awesome. Now, the first seal we will get to is Zerubbabel. Now, we know that the 2 witnesses are Zerubbabel and Joshua. Okay? Again, I'll put links in the description field to watch these videos. Encourage you to all these videos that I mentioned in the description field. I encourage you to watch them, okay? We've already gone over a lot of stuff. But we're just talking about the seal, this process, okay? So we have Zerubbabel in Hag chapter 2, verse 23. "In that day," there's a specific day, okay? "Will I take you, O Zerubbabel, my servant. I will make you as a signet." And we showed you the signet. We showed you the signet ring, which we had here somewhere, but that's the signet ring that we showed you is applied. Instead of applying to a piece of paper, here we're talking about it being applied to a person, okay? And this is Zerubbabel. So this is our first signet, okay? So I will make you as a signet. What that is really telling us is that Zerubbabel is the first of this signet that he will himself be sealed, okay? Chosen, a servant, set apart for a specific day for God's use. We know that's Zerubbabel, one of the two witnesses. Now our second seal, and our second of the two witnesses is Joshua, Yehoshua. And in Zechariah chapter 3, verse 3, it talks about Joshua, the high priest, and his garments are changed, okay? But it says something in there very interesting. Is not this the brand plucked out of the fire? And I always wondered what that meant, and I'm so grateful for the comments and everything. I believe it was Robert sent me this yesterday, and I was like, yes, that's it. Now I have all the seals of these people. These people exist, okay? Many of you know about the two witnesses. You know about the 144,000, right? You know the 144,000 are not Jews, right? You know the two witnesses are not Jews, okay? These are the elect. This is the man-child, okay? But it says, is not this Joshua a brand? Now this would have to do with like branding cattle. You would take the brand, you would put it in the fire, and you'd brand your cattle, okay? That's what this word is, brand, plucked out of the fire. So this is making reference to, yes, Joshua is a brand, but he's being branded. Zerubbabel is being sealed. Joshua is being branded, sealed for the Lord's use, okay? Again, I encourage you to watch the video on the 7 chief princes of Jerusalem. This then brings us to our third seal. And this is the picture that I showed you of the 7-sided stone. So let's look at it. Zechariah 3, verse 9, behold the stone I have laid before Yehoshua, Joshua. Upon one stone shall be 7 eyes. Okay? Behold, I will engrave the graving. All right, so now we have a stone. We have a stone of engraving. The stone of engraving has 7 sides, okay? We know that there are 7 people listed in Zechariah chapter 6, okay? So these are people. These are chief princes. We have another video on this, and we go over this in detail. What we're talking about here is this one stone, which I showed you. One stone with 7 sides. Each one of those 7 sides has a name which will emboss, which will seal these 7 people for the Lord's work, okay? So there we have Zerubbabel, Joshua, and the 7. Now, as we have the 7, guys, the 2 witnesses are part of the 7. So they're actually part of the 7, all right? They're in there, part of that, this as well. But now let's keep going. Our 4th seal is the 120, okay? And we find the 120 in Nehemiah 9, verse 38. And actually Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 1 as well. And it says, now to give you the background, this is at the time of Nehemiah, they are rebuilding the temple. Okay, they're coming back to Jerusalem. And these are people that covenanted with God. And the description of their seal and what they did is in Nehemiah chapter 9, okay, which you should read. And it says, we make a sure covenant. We write it, the princes, the Levites, the priests, and seal unto it. So they wrote their names. They sealed their covenant, what they would do, okay? Now, those that were sealed are listed in Nehemiah chapter 10. Nehemiah chapter 10 lists 84 in verses 1 through 27. Okay, so there's 84 there. Then in Nehemiah 12, it lists 30. These 30 are 30 priests. Remember, it talked about the priests, okay? Then in Nehemiah 12 as well, verse 25, it talks about 6 porters, okay? So thus, 84 plus 30 plus 6 equals 120. Now, the number 120 relates to the council of great men. In Israel, the Knesset is based off this number, 120, okay? That's our 4th seal. They sealed, okay? So here they wrote down their names. That's what I'm telling you guys. The names are going to be written. Now, up to this point, the 2 witnesses, the 7, the 120, their names are actually in the Bible. And this is why I'm telling you your names are so important. You must get your new name, okay? The king is going to call you by your new name, not by the one your parents gave you, okay? Now, once we get to the 1,200, okay? Again, these are things you guys probably don't know about, but I'm telling you, this is the elect, this is the man-child, okay? You can see the 120, this is 12, the woman clothed with the sun, has 12 stars, okay? You have 1,200. This is the 12 stars, okay? And we find about the 1,200 in Song of Solomon chapter 8. Verse 6 says, set me as a seal upon your heart, as a seal on your arm. Then verse 11 says, these are the keepers of the vineyard. And the Lord says, my vineyard, which is mine, is before me, and I must have 1,000, and those that keep the fruit thereof 200. So we have 1,200. And these people are sealed. We find that in Song of Solomon chapter 8, verse 6, as a seal. In Hebrew, that word seal is a signet, okay? As a signet ring, which we displayed to you. Now, our 6th and 7th seal is in Exodus. They're called the onyx stones, okay? And it says, and they made 2 onyx stones enclosed in settings of gold, graven as signets are graven. Okay, so we have 2 stones. Remember before we showed you the one stone had 7 sides, and it was the engrave or the graving. So the names of the people are on the stone, and then they can emboss the people. You can press this stone on the people and write their name on your forehead. Okay, so this is Exodus 39, 6 and 7. Okay, signets are graven with the names of the children of Israel, and he will put them on the shoulders of the ephod of the high priest. So these 2 onyx stones will go on the shoulders. Has to also relate to those that bear the burden. Okay, and then it says stones for a memorial, and in Hebrew memorial is zikron. And I encourage you to watch the scroll of memorials being written. Guys, all these seals, all these things, you can see there's names. The numbers are known, okay? I'm telling you the seals. But the actual people, their names will soon be written, okay? The names will be written on as to who qualifies. Who are these people? Who are the 2 witnesses? Who are the 7 chief porters? Who are the 120? Who are the 1,200? Who are the 144,000? Okay, the scroll of memorial as a memorial to the children of Israel. So we have 2 onyx stones, okay, each with 6 of the names of the 12 tribes of Israel, okay. And we know in Revelation chapter 7, okay, verse 2 says, I saw an angel from the east having the seal of the living God, okay. And again, we're showing you this seal. This one actually is 2 onyx stones, this seal of the living God. And he says, wait until we have sealed, and this is the process of applying the seal, to stamp, to signet, to emboss the names, emboss the name of New Jerusalem, of the Father's name, of their names, of who these people are. The servants of our God, emboss it on their foreheads. Okay? So the 144,000 we find in Revelation 7 at the time of the 7th seal. Now, the other thing that corresponds with this, that we know this, is in Ezekiel chapter 9. In Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4, verse 2, there are 6 angels, okay, with weapons in their hand. These 6 angels represent the first 6 seals. Then there's a 7th angel that has an inkhorn, and he goes about the city to mark the people on their foreheads, okay, those that are crying out for the abominations. That's why I'm telling you right now, this is the time that they're in. The marking is about to take place, okay? So these are those that cry out for the abominations. If you think everything is great, you know, you're not crying out for the abominations. You're not one of these people. But these people see what's going on, and they cry out for the wickedness of the land, okay? And we know that the number of them sealed, when this 7th angel with the inkhorn goes out, is 144,000, okay? And the seal of the living God is the 2 onyx stones, all right? Now, the other thing about this seal, I have another video on the 144,000 and this seal, which goes over some of the same information we've presented here. But one of the things that's amazing is the next 2 things I want to share with you. Deuteronomy 6. You guys all know this. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, okay? And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. Okay, that's Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 4 and 5. Then chapter 8, verse 8 says, bind these words for a sign upon your hands as frontlets between your eyes. And again, this is the forehead. So guys, the sealing has to do with loving the Lord. These are the ones that love the Lord with all their hearts. Okay? And they will get the first fruit seal. I'm telling you about the 2 witnesses. I'm telling you about the 7. I'm telling you about the 120. I'm telling you about the 1,200 and the 144,000. You know about the 2 witnesses. You know about the 144,000. They're not Jews, okay? They're the first fruits. They're the first fruits harvest, okay? And these will be sealed, okay? When the Son of Man comes in the clouds, okay? That's what's going to happen. At the time of the woman clothed with the sun is the Day of Atonement per the Enoch calendar, okay? And on the Day of Atonement, guys, there were 2 goats, okay? One goat was, his lot went to be sacrificed. And these represent these people that love not their lives unto death, okay? And they give up their body of a living sacrifice. They love not their lives unto death, and they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony, okay? Glory to his name. And the second goat is, the scapegoat, is Azazel, who is sent into the wilderness, okay? That's the Day of Atonement, guys. That's September. That's coming up, you know, September 22nd, 23rd. This is it. That's the Day of Atonement. The Jewish calendar says Feast of Trumpets. No, it's not. It's the Day of Atonement. It's the day of the 7th seal, okay? This is coming up. That's why we're doing these presentations. I'm telling you about these 7 seals, these 7 people, groups, if you will, okay? And let me just go over this and do a review before we wrap it up. Okay, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah has prevailed to open the book and to release the 7 seals. So we're showing you here the 7 seals. We've embossed the paper, and this represents the sealing of these people. We have the 2 witnesses. We have Zerubbabel in Haggai 2. We have Joshua, the brand plucked out of the fire. We have the 7 chief princes, the porters, okay? And upon one stone shall be 7 eyes, the engraving of the engraving. We have the 120 sealed in Nehemiah chapter 10, 84, 36. Okay, we have the 1,200. Set a seal upon my heart, a seal upon my arm. These are the keepers of the vineyard. Okay, the vineyard which is the Lord's. He must have 1,000, and to keep the fruit 200 thereof. Okay, let me just move this. Oops. Okay, sorry about that. We have the Exodus 39. We have the 2 onyx stones. The signets are graven with the names of the children of Israel and put on the shoulders of the ephod. The stones for a memorial, the scroll of memorial for the children of Israel. We have as well, I saw an angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, until we have sealed the servants of God on their foreheads. Okay, and the number of them was sealed, 144,000. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord with all your heart, soul, and might. Bind these words for a sign upon your hand, frontlets between your eyes. Okay, and again, as we mentioned, Day of Atonement's coming up. There's 2 goats that are sealed. Okay, so guys, to God be all the glory for this. Let me know if you have any questions. Please watch previous videos in the links in the description field, and watch and pray that you be counted worthy to escape all these things in Yeshua's name. Amen.